think back to a really vivid memory. Got it? Okay, now try to remember what you had for lunch 3 weeks ago. The second memory isn't as strong. But why not? Why do we remember something and not others? And why do memories eventually fade? Let's look at how memories form in the first place. Once you experience something, like dialing phone numbers, the experience is converted into a pulse of electrical energy that zips along a network of neurons. Information first lands in short-term memory, where it's available from everywhere, from a few seconds to a couple of minutes. Then it's transferred to a long-term memory through areas such as hippocampus, and finally to several storage regions across the brain. Neurons throughout the brain communicate at the dedicated sites called synapses using specialized neural transmitter. If two neurons communicate repeatedly, a remarkable thing happens. The efficiency of communication between them increases. This process, called long-term potentiation, is considered to be the mechanism by which memories are stored long-term. But how do memories get lost? Age is one factor. As we get older, synapses begin to falter and weaken, affecting how easily we can retrieve memories. Scientists have several theories about what's behind this deterioration, which actual brain shrinkage. The hippocampus loses 5% of its neuron every decade, for a total loss of 20% by the time you are 18 years old at the age of 18. To the age to the drop of production of neurotransmitter like acetylcholine, which is vital to learning and memory. These changes seem to affect how people retrieve stored information. It also affects our memory-making abilities. Memories are encoded most strongly when we're paying attention, when we are deeply engaged, and when is meaningful to us. Mental and physical health problems which tend to interfere, interfere with our ability to pay attention, and thus act as memory thieves. Another landing cause of the memory problem is chronic stress. When you're constantly overloaded with work and personal responsibilities, our bodies are on hyper alert. This response had evolved from the physical, designed to make sure it can survive in a crisis. Stress chemicals help mobilize energy and increase alertness. However, with chronic stress, our bodies became, become flooded with these chemicals, resulting in a loss of brain cells and an inability to form new ones, which affects our ability to retain new information. Depression is another culprit. People who are depressed are 40% more likely to develop memory problems. Low level of serotonin, a neurotransmitter connected to the arousal, may make depressed individuals less attentive to new information, dwelling on sad events in the past. Another symptom of depression makes it difficult to pay attention to the present, affecting by the ability to store short-term memories. A solution which is tied to depression is another memory thief. A study by Harvard School of Public Health found that older people with high level of social integration had a slower rate of memory decline over a 6-year period. The exact reason remains unclear, but experts suspect that social interaction gives our brain a mental workout. Just like muscle tense, we have to use our brain or risk losing it. But don't despair. There are several steps you can make to aid your brain in preserving your memory. Make sure you keep physically active. Increased blood flow to the brain is helpful. And eat well. Your brain needs all the right nutrients to keep functioning correctly. And finally, give your brain a workout. Exposing your brain to challenges like learning a new language is one of the best defenses for keeping your memories intact.